All right, Lazar, let's just start with that gash on your nose, obviously, yesterday. What happened in that penalty kill drill?
Just a deflected puck. I mean, it doesn't really change much. I've always had a face for radio, so it's another day for me.
And just to go to the game tonight, you guys are coming off a really successful trip. What did you like from the way you played, particularly in those wins, that you want to see translate going forward here?
Yeah, kind of what we've been harping on lately is just, plain simple. What teams give us, take that. But also, the chances that they get, make them earn them. And I think you've seen, strides in our D zone. Kind of the way we've managed the pucks. Is it perfect? No. Is it going to be? Probably not. But still, just continue to strive for that and to get better in key elements of the games. But like you said, it was a good road trip. Found different ways to win. Especially, you look at high-powering game in Vancouver. You go down to Seattle. They kind of, peppered us in the shot clock, but I felt comfortable throughout most of that game. Calgary game, again, you start slow, you find a way, and the Edmonton game, we fought hard, just couldn't, get up to them.
What's so important about simplicity for a group?
When you play simple, I think everyone buys in, and you can kind of anticipate that next play. I've always been a guy, you see that first play, you make it, and you move on. Yes, we have those dynamic guys that can make kind of those plays, like to hold on to pucks and field. But you start the game kind of pushing pucks north, winning your battles, and kind of like I always refer to meat and potatoes hockey. There it is again. It's going to open up other things, and that's when your skill can take over. So when we're on the same page, you see us playing connected in all three zones, and then our team speed takes over.
You spent some time in Boston, so I'm wondering from your perspective, when they lose a player like David Krejci, when they lose a player like Patrice Bergeron to retirement, why is it the culture that they set that has allowed them to continue to be so successful?
Yeah, I think so. It starts with that culture within the dressing room. You said those older guys, like you said, that have moved on. They've kind of, helped out that next generation of guys that are kind of growing on. But what's I think everyone marvels at the Bruins is, they play the same way consistently. It's hard to get them on a game that they're off. You got to bring your A game each and every night to just have a chance to beat them. And I think they're showing it this year. The noise that they've made. So again, are they beatable? Absolutely. But we have to continue to play to our strengths because we know what we're going to get from them.
There, it seems like why are they always able to kind of play this similar way, even with different personnel this year and things like that?
I think the key to success is they all buy in a system that have been playing for long years, and everybody just buys in there. A good listener, and everybody does his job, and then they're a good team.
Thanks, Nico.
Nico, I'm sorry if Bill just asked you this, but one of the things talking to the guys yesterday and today was on this trip, everyone felt that you guys went back to a simpler game that allowed you to be successful. Why is simplicity so important?
It is important because you win more consistently if you play simple. If you play simple, you probably have less turnovers in your games, and in this league, if you turn over the puck, it can then end up in the back of the net pretty quick. So simple game reduces the chances to make more mistakes, and I think sometimes teams that make less mistakes win the games. And we talk often about these little details and detailed mistakes, and that counts as well.
How important was it to have that happen on the road trip? You guys were gone for a long time, and now you come back home. I know for just one game, but just to know that you guys can win in different types of scenarios, right? All the games were kind of different the way you picked up your wins.
Really important. That was a big road trip for us. We knew where we were at, and we knew we got to get some wins here, and we did that. And wanted the last one too, but didn't get it. So now we just look forward for tonight and have a really good team waiting for us, and that'll be a good test for us. And we got to be ready because we know, like I said, they have a good system, and they're probably not going to make a lot of mistakes. So it will be a tough game tonight, and we got to be on our game.
Things that yesterday and today, hearing from your players is, over the course of the trip, you guys simplified your game. You played much more simple. What is it about getting back to that can be so effective for a team?
Well, I think when you start with simple play, you trust where the puck's going a lot of the times. You get the puck support you need. Usually that eliminates additional scoring chances. Less chances against, less chances the opponent will score.
Eric Halla again out there today. Is the expectation he'll be able to go?
It looks like it, yeah. So good to have him back.
Nemit's got a chance to really get some reps on that road trip. How did you see his play?
I thought he played well. Overall game was good, moved the puck well. I thought we got a lot of good play out of him, really in offensive zone and defensive.
Promising to stick with the team for more than just injury recall.
You take it game by game. You can't take it for granted. It's a tough league for young defensemen. It usually takes a number of games before you start feeling like you belong.
Maybe a lot of people speculate about how difficult that first game after a long road trip is, especially out west. In your observations, is it a difficult game?
Usually tends to be, for whatever reason, the travel coming back, and, we had additional issues with travel. So, we tried to get a really good practice in yesterday, and then again today skated, which normally we probably wouldn't skate on a game day, just to try to, feel comfortable, make sure that, our passing sharp. So you try to guard against, we see where the energy level is, but we know that at times it becomes a tough job to come back home.
This Boston team looks a little different than it has for the past however long. Is there a different challenge that they possess now, or is it's still the same?
Well, I think the structure is there. I think you still have to be really aware of what a Pasternak can do, what a Marchand can do. Their goaltending has been really good, so we know we're going to have to, fight for opportunities and fight for second opportunities. I still believe they're a tough challenge.
Power play hasn't scored the last 3 games. Is there something you've identified, or is it just one of those streaks?
I think you're always able to identify some of the execution part. And when you're pressing, sometimes you don't see the play that's there. So, we do a review after every game. We look at the power play, and there was opportunities, obviously, to score in every game. We didn't finish, and you can go 3 games. But, we're going to continue to stay with the program and continue to practice it every day. And if we generate those same type of opportunities, we'll score.
They had some changes to the All-Star game. One of them is the skills competition. It's just going to be 12 players. As a fan, not as a coach, but as a fan, your thoughts on kind of putting those, what they'll deem as the best 12 players in the spotlight, doing what they do best?
Right now I don't have any thoughts initially. I think they've got some great competitions inside that skills event. The shooting, the passing, the fastest skater, hardest shot are always interesting. So I think, if you take that top core, it'll be a great event. I don't know if I'd want to be the guy that's left out, but so we'll see how that unfolds.
Or the goalie.
Or the goalie, yeah.
Hey, Lindy, they're so consistent, Boston has been. You know them better than anyone. Do they have a pretty good defense? Where do you think they can continue to play so consistently?
Well, I think first and foremost, their goaltending has been real good. I think it always kind of starts there, and you feed off that, knowing that when you've given up opportunities, you can get that big save. I think you can always feed off of that as a team. I think their structure is good. I think the culture, along the years, when you look at a Bergeron and what all those players grew up around, is something that, when players come in from, a Coyle to anybody else. I've been around Bergeron at the Olympics, and I think the world of him as a player, and he was the type of guy that helped the power play, helped the penalty killing, was a great 5-on-5 player. And when you have players that come in, whether they're young guys or other guys, I think he sets the tone. I think now that tone is being set by Marchand and Pasternak and guys like that have come along. So every team hopes to have that type of culture or that type of person that helps bring your players along.
Do you have that now in Nico? Has he
Yeah,
gotten
you
to
know, I
that?
think we believe we made a big step in the right direction, and Nico is as good as it comes when you have a young captain that plays on both sides of the puck, that defends and is an offensive guy. He's like a Bergeron. Doesn't have the years of experience yet, but he is much like him as a player.